G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Draw with Jazza. I'm Jazza and today I'm going to be drawing Bob Ross. Who knew? This is a Let's Draw Live video where I take the suggestions of people on Twitch as to what I should draw, and the winner is Bob Ross. So I'm going to be drawing this happy little man above me today and hopefully can embody all the joy he's instilled in people in their creative endeavors. And for those of you who don't know, Bob Ross's episodes of painting and stuff have been streamed on Twitch for a while now to promote Twitch creative, which I think is awesome. And the fact that he's pretty consistently had over 20,000 views on the Bob Ross videos on Twitch is just awesome to me. So anyways, we're going to celebrate Twitch creative as well and join in on that arty party by drawing Bob Ross. So the first things first, in following someone's physical features, we need to pick the things that stand out the most. And I think we already know what stands out the most on Bob Ross, and that would be his charming fro. So I'm just going to draw a big circle, which is going to represent what his fro will be. That is going to be where Bob Ross's head is. I feel like I'm trying to be Bob Ross. Embrace the Bob Ross. Let the Bob Ross flow through you. So I'm going to have his neck out to the side and follow the same basic pose. So now that I have the very rough basic shapes of Bob Ross ready to go, I can start to add the details, and then we can focus on some of the key aspects of his features, such as the face. Now, as you can see, Bob Ross has, I keep saying Bob Ross. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but Bob Ross. So obviously one of the most iconic things about Bob Ross, aside from his hair, is that charming smile of his. So I'm just gonna draw a very rough smile. He's got these sort of half-closed eyes due to how happy his smile is. And I'm gonna pick a few shapes that suit his face, and his nose has got a little bit of a triangle to it. So I'm gonna follow that, and then he's got a big smile. So I'm gonna obviously over accentuate his smile, and then we can add his mustache and beard. This guy has got like a legendary perm. Like that thing is epic. And then we have the shirt, which is nice and loose and relaxed on his body. So I'm happy with how my Bob Ross has turned out so far, and I'm ready to add some line work. So I'm going to go through this image, adding line work, and then I'm going to clean up my construction work, and then we can get to some color. Okay, so now I've finished my Bob Ross line work and erased the Bob Ross construction. Now I'm ready for the Bob Ross colors. I'm going to start off with my skin tones here. I'm using Copic markers to color in Bob Ross, and my skin tones are E11, E21, E13, and for the shadows, E57. After I go through and do my skin tones, I'm going to add the hair, do the shirt, and then we can play around with the actual canvas and paint a little Bob Ross picture. So today we're going to be painting a nice valley river with some mountains in the background. And let's start off in the very far background, and we're going to get a nice pale blue sky. We're going to add the sky in, and we're just going to put in some happy little clouds here. Nice and no pressure, no stress at all. just relax and breathe and let the clouds draw themselves. Little funny shapes like that. Nice way to de-stress at the end of a week. I'm going to get a slightly darker blue here. You know, mountains, when they're very far away, can be quite a dark blue. I'm going to move that mountain shape up along here, following along up into this other mountain. We're working with the silhouettes and the rough shapes here. Once again, no pressure. Let's just enjoy the view. Beautiful mountains. Getting back to these clouds, just wanted to have a little vacation to the mountains, just to see how they fit with the clouds and have a little fun with that. Now that we've done this, we can throw in a few nice streaks here, and there we go. Happy little clouds. Now remember, there are no mistakes, only happy little accidents. Okay. Lovely. So we have that sky there. Now we're going to get to the valley, and as we're a bit closer and the trees are a little closer to us, we mix in a little bit of the green. So I'm going to start off with the same blue that I had. I'm just going to put in some trees here. Just little movements like that. Move it along here with the trees, and now I'm going to get a nice green. Mix that in there with the trees so we can start to see that spring foliage coming up out of the snow. It's beautiful. So we're just gonna put in some nice green spring foliage, and the river is gonna start to appear. So let's just have a little nice river motion here. Shading. We're gonna have some of these reflections from the sky and from the mountain and the snow. It's beautiful. Ever been up to the Yosemite ranges? They're absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Gifts from God. Wonderful. Now we're just gonna have also a little bit of foliage in the foreground. And the interesting thing about this is you can really be brave with your colors and tones. So if I start off with my dark green, I can even mix in some purples and blues if I want to. I'm going to get a nice rich dark blue here and mix that in. There you go. Lovely. Love it. Do the same thing on the other side here. We're going to have some nice foliage coming in. We can see the river, and then mix in that lovely dark blue. Now, it wouldn't be a spring morning if there weren't a few little of nature's gifts popping out here and there. So we're going to get a nice pale yellow and just lightly indicate where these flowers are coming out. Little trees, little flowers coming out to say hello. Nothing like a nice spring morning out in the mountain ranges. Okay, so we're going to be a little braver here, but there's no pressure. Just wonderful fun to be had in the magic of your first painting. I'm going to get a nice yellow-green. Put in some of these reflections here in the trees and the water. And then, of course, some nice ice blue here in the river. Little sparkles reflecting the mountains, reflecting the clouds. All right. Lovely. Just mix in the paints. No mistakes. Just happy accidents. A little bit of yellow. There we go. Alright, so just going to add some highlights here to the wet paint on the palette. And then we're done. As usual, I dedicate the artwork to whoever requested it in the Twitch stream, and this piece is going to be dedicated to the wooden mannequin. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. This was JAZZA drawing Bob Ross. I couldn't hope to draw or paint quite like he does, but this is an ode to the influence he has had on many people's lives. Oh, and it has been pointed out to me that Bob Ross is actually right-handed and that the image is flipped, but that's okay because there are no mistakes, just happy little accidents. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and until next time, I'll see you later.